Am I live on YouTube right now? I cannot tell. Maybe. I am? Yeah, okay. Well, let's see how long this lasts because I don't even know. Like, my internet has been going in and out, so it could just like fail at any time. So take that with a grain of salt. All right, so I wanted to see if I could reproduce this problem that Bob had with Mega AV. So I've got a few consoles here. I haven't really done a bunch of setup for this live stream or anything. I just wanted to mess around with the, options and settings to see if I could. I've not really done any live streaming before. I don't even know how to use this. Don't even know how to use this interface at all. Yeah, hey, Retro E-Tech. Thanks for joining. Gray videos? I don't know what that means, but okay. Let's see. Quick question. Let's see. You got PS3, latency lag. What do you mean by lag? But it gets like, well, okay. Maybe he's still typing. Not sure. Okay. I'll answer your question when you finish it up. I've got to clean up my station here. It got pretty cluttered over the last few months of debugging and development. Yeah, the station's kind of a mess. Uh-oh. Not supported. Need to change the video resolution. Expected video resolution is 2560 by 1440. How would I do that then? Oh, great. Now it says the stream status is poor. This may not last very long, guys. I'm gonna have to figure out how my my internet is working before I get live. Like, Xfinity is screwed up, man. I've got an old modem. I need to go down and get it replaced because this is nonsense. Biblically accurate stream resolution. What's up, Linux? $10. PS3, that's nice. Yeah, yellow lights suck. But, I mean, if you like fixing hardware, yellow light is an opportunity to fix hardware, right? The challenge each time. I don't know. You can look at it that way if you like just like solving puzzles. That's what I kind of like about console repairs. It's its own game, I don't know. I do kind of lose interest after I fix the console, I could play some games. I do play games every now and then. I'll play, but I don't play that many games. Like maybe a couple a year, 3 or 4. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. It's kind of violent, but I like the environment. It's a really pretty game. Gaining some headway on my bench here. All right, which one was this? So there's the 723 prototype. Oh, did you? Nice. Which ones? Cool. Waiting on those then. Great. Well, I hope they restock them at some point. Oh, I should check, make sure you're not coming through the audio. I don't know if you are or not. Hold on. It probably does sound like I'm talking to myself. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, if you guys are wondering, I am talking to some people on Discord. I am in the voice channel as well. So if you want to drop in, feel free. Remember. Oh, hold on. Let me move because I was in the dev section. You're not actually able to reach me there. Hold on. Let's go to Hangout. Hangout. All right, there we go. Now we're in Hangout. Yeah, so any YouTube members want to join Discord Hangout VC, we can shoot the breeze. All right. Which console has Mega AV in it currently? Let me pull it down. I need the 725 version because that's the one that Bob had issues with. So, the beater. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I should patch you in somehow. That'd be fun. No, hold on here. I'm just gonna. What happened? There. Okay. Camera. There. Now you can see it. Or you could just. Well, YouTube takes forever, right? I'm looking for a console that has a 725, and I forget which one I put it in. I think that's the VA0. That's the VA3. Is that one? Is this the triple bypass? I think it is. Yep, that's the one with the triple bypass. Yeah, so this is kind of just a trial run to see how to do live streaming. Not really gonna be. I didn't really plan this out to have like a really interesting YouTube video. I just woke up this morning. I was like, "Huh, Bob did that thing. I wonder if I can reproduce that SMS error he got." Were you able to reproduce it, RG? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Burn. Sick burn. Hold on. Where is this? Desktop properties.
Aw, man. They didn't make it to the regional
There
facility
we
in
go.
time, and now they're not out for delivery. They're in my state. I won't get them until after I go back to school. But Felix knows I said the word BGA.
What about BGA?
He did some.
Oh, wait. NASCAR actually finally did some BGA rework? Good for you.
You didn't see it?
No,
it's a
no, I
PS2.
did. Oh, I haven't been following the PS2 server that much. That's probably why. What'd you do with your PS2?
Removed 3 BGA chips in a row
Oh, nice.
in the span of 30 minutes because I'm depopulating the board.
That one's...
Nope. Pad.
Please don't tell me I'm going to have to install one.
Is that no connect or is that actually there?
Not.
You're most likely to pull a no connect.
Yeah, that is a no connect. Okay.
Okay. Struggling to find where I put my AD725 test bench. Where are you?
Also, I'm gonna have to look RGB. I
There we
don't
go.
know if this board is 4-layer.
I done found it.
It's probably 6.
Well, I can see through it.
That just because you can see through it doesn't mean it's 4-layer.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I guess the first thing we're gonna have to do is populate the connector on this because I never did.
No, it's definitely 4-layer.
I was testing out the flex cable for the Model 1. This is a prototype, so it's not the end. Because I don't like the way it's flexing over here, but we'll get figured out before it's... Uh-oh. Looks like it's my last connector.
Trying to order more.
Oh, Squeep's box came in, so I got a VA2 Model 1 finally. And you know how your VA0 crashed in red zone like it's supposed to?
Yeah?
I couldn't replicate that despite lifting BGAC and knowing that that's supposed to do that. The theory is currently it's too cold.
I should ask the YouTube chat. You guys can hear Archie better now? I think I patched the audio through.
Let me see what chat is saying. You can do something stupid. Yep, I can hear myself.
Okay. All right, good. So behave yourself. We are live streaming on YouTube. I do have rules in the server. I just don't enforce them as I don't know, sternly as I should. So fortunately, the rowdy crowd kind of just rules the server.
I think you've broken every single rule in your server at least once.
Hey, Do as I say, not as I do, right? Where was I? Oh, that's what I was doing. Sorry, guys. I have ADHD, so I'm scatterbrained. This is the thing. Okay.
All right. I guess I gotta wait for my USC to warm up because it's gonna literally take over an hour.
Just make it warm up faster.
Thermodynamics, RGB. Thermodynamics.
You know how to solve that problem.
Yeah. Wait.
More heat,
Be patient.
more power.
Be patient. I mean, it's actually, how much power is this thing? 480 watts.
I imagine stream quality is not good. I'm gonna have to figure this out afterwards. Yeah. Just gonna do this now. We'll see how the stream works out. I'll look it over later and try to figure out how to make better settings and whatever. Yeah, this is just a trial run. I might do more live streams in the future. I was thinking about maybe like I don't know, member only perks, that kind of thing, or just having more live streams in general once I have like something concrete to do.
You could do a member only feature where you can only comment if you're a member.
I haven't even looked into. I have no idea what all this stuff is. Yeah, but like, I would like to make more content that's engaging for people that want to have, you know, more of a. I don't know. Do people want more engaging content? Do you want like to be able to come in, ask questions? You want like live streams? You want Q&As? I don't know if anybody wants that kind of thing. Well, I mean, I don't want to like shake down YouTube just asking for memberships and stuff. Like, I need more help with some of this stuff, right? Because I spent a lot of money, personal money, on this project, and that's cool. But I want to be respectful of people. You know, like I want to give them something back. So if they're going to be doing membership, I want there to be something that they get tangible in return. Right now, it's just access to Discord. So I need to like add more perks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what people want.
Okay, RGB. I think it's a 4-layer board. It's not 6.
Only 4? That'd be impressive.
Yeah, it's definitely 4. Because I think they used 1 layer for running certain traces and 1 layer as a ground and power.
Usually it's signal ground, something like that. You can do signal power, but on 4-layer,
Well, there was
power
a RAM bus trace that just goes nowhere.
Yeah, so that's minimum 4-layer, and
yeah, it wouldn't make sense for Sony to do 6.
It actually would.
But that early? I mean, they have a daughter board.
That's for power delivery, and you bent that in 2, or not in 2, but you almost did.
No, I got it straightened out, actually.
So you don't need to kill a second PS2 is what you're telling me.
No, do you know what I did?
Did you put it in the vice?
No, BGA station.
Oh yeah, that's how you do it.
That was a horrible idea, by the way.
What happened?
3 capacitors exploded.
Yep.
It scared the crap out of me. I just saw capacitors flying across my room, and I quickly just grabbed it with welding gloves and just threw it off.
That is funny. I had an Xbox 360 do something similar, but the caps couldn't fly away because they were through hole.
Well, you know how DLAM is like a quiet pop. This sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I had that happen to me. I was doing a was in and then Nintendo 64. I was doing a recap on, and that thing exploded. That's when I found out hot air,
Awful.
hot air on electrolytics can be exciting.
Yeah, that's what I figured out. And IR isn't any better.
And I make stereo sound. Oh, you mean for the RG better? Yeah, I don't know why right now. I'm only getting the right channel out of the desktop audio. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so NASCAR and RG better are coming out the right ear right now.
You might have it set to mono.
What?
The OBS.
Use the mode too.
Where would I find that option?
Hey, RGB.
What?
Look,
I'm busy routing something.
dog.
Oh, I like dog. Wait, no. I need to finish this stinking ground plane. Then dog.
You have time.
Yeah, what are you working on right now anyway?
I'm surprised
You
the
can
dog
share
is
it online.
docile. It's like 9 in the morning. The dog should be attacking you.
Yeah,
Yeah, speaking about, how is the puppy doing? Is she full grown now?
you can look on my camera.
She looks comfy. It's she, right?
Yes.
Good.
Or hey, RGB, look.
I told you what I'm doing. I'm drawing a ground port. If I alt tab, it's gonna crash. And since this
You guys
takes
gotta see. You guys gotta see NASCAR's dog. Can I show? Can I show your dog on YouTube? Isn't he cute?
Someone's happy they bought an L instead of a K. No, K is my favorite model. Or
What are you doing?
favorite non-COK model is probably KO1. Now let's see dog. Aww.
Just upside down.
Upside down. Yep. Also, you have sun. Lucky.
Clear skies.
We're gonna get snow, I think.
Oh, we
Today
did
and
too.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of snow out east. We didn't get anything out here in the west. A bunch of rain. Now it's mostly sun. Heat it up. Oh,
Dog.
all right. So I'll take let's keep it a little bit flux.
Model ranking favorites are COK.
So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to heat up the ground plane, and then when I introduce this forward, it should snap. Okay, it should make a good connection. Although I don't like the way that looks. I guess it's okay. And then that way you don't burn the plastic too much. So I hold it over here around the ground plane. Try to heat it up first. And then when I introduce it in the corner, I don't have to heat the whole area too much. No, that took longer, didn't it?
Actually, NASCAR, take a look at this.
Boy, it doesn't want to take to it, does it?
This is what I'm routing.
Everything goes wrong.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
This is what people will want.
Also, I drew an outline of what
All
I need
right.
to remeasure on the PS1.
Oh, right. I need to do that.
What?
Edge cuts. I need to draw the edge layer.
Oh, do you want the CDP455 motherboard?
We have schematics for it, so not really.
I didn't know if there was anything you needed off of it. It does have the same potentiometer as the Nomad.
Oh, then gimme. I'm putting it
Yeah.
on yours.
All right. I mean, I could do it.
Okay, then I'll just let you do it.
Yeah,
Whatever
it would
you
be
want.
easier, and that way I could get my Nomad back.
Yeah. I'm almost done recapping.
I'm sorry.
Or,
Can't see.
no, I think I am done recapping it.
See, you guys got to be paying attention. You can't see through the scope or something. I don't look up. See, this is a problem. Sorry, guys. Thank you. I haven't been reading the chat. So let me read some of the chat. I don't know if anybody's.
Stop streaming. It's hard to hear.
Here. Glad you like the videos. Stefan. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say I have mastered my soldering skills either, so it's just a matter of trying, right? Just keep going and get better as you go.
Is that Mr. Felix, NASCAR, and RGB?
Yeah, and I'm live streaming,
Beyond our good
Rob,
behavior.
so
Rob, he's live on YouTube.
He went mute.
Immediately.
Probably a good call. Nice.
I need to compare my
Puzzling Paradox, you were able to delid both the cell and RSX. That's not easy to do, so congrats on that. Good job. Scanner 2131. That's a thermal monitor error, isn't it? 2131? Yeah. RSX thermal monitor probably needs to be replaced. It's possible it could just be bad paste. So try that first. If not, you could try poking around there. There's a couple of resistors on that thermocouple or the thermal sensor for the external sense line. Those can go bad. It might cause that. I doubt it though. It's probably the thermal monitor itself or the RSX is just overheating. So fix the paste first. If that's not it, then replace the thermal monitor. If that's not it, then you're gonna have to actually replace the RSX or reball it, or if it's not defective.
Y'all.
You can reball a 90 if it's not defective, because there are legitimate BGA defects. It's just not as common as it was reported to be.
I wonder if I have AAA batteries.
If a
because my
90's coming
multimeter's
off
dead.
the board, there's very little reason to put it back on.
All right. I think I've caught up. All right. Yeah, you guys have any questions? Throw them in the chat. Try. Look at it next.
I have chat open as well, but I can't look all the time.
that's a full battery.
I don't even.
How much will this give me? Let's see what the voltage on these batteries is. Probably not great.
NASCAR.
Oh, that battery's full.
Look at this. Look at my stream and tell me exactly what Sega did here.
Don't do what Sega do.
They were so lazy they couldn't do a zone fill. They just drew a big trace and split it off, and they left the top bone.
That's the thing about Sega, that like the Sega does, you know, what Nintendo don't thing. It's like that is not a good thing. What Sega did was never particularly good. It didn't particularly get good until what, about Saturn?
Probably not even then.
Depends on-
Dreamcast.
It depends on who was routing the boards, who was doing the work. Because I think VA4 Model 2 came after Saturn, and I feel it was done a lot worse and a lot cheaper. Which I guess was
They
the
always
point.
did it bad.
Saturn is pretty okay, actually. Especially the early ones, the 4-layer ones. I like
But they
those.
did 15 reps.
It's actually less than that.
Still.
Let's try something.
I think it's some revs don't exist because they would have been SG-RAM versions of revs that do exist. There's no VA14 and no VA12.
Also, I am going to be redoing my resistor labeling for the 700s. Because I've had some inconsistencies. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm gonna go preheat that Wii and see if the GPU died.
Have fun.
Look,
Well, this is dead. Let's see. So what's up with these? Oh yeah, RGB.
What's up?
I did figure out those jumpers near the serial port. That's for the region.
Oh, nice.
But I don't understand how it works. Because it goes nowhere.
Weird.
It's
Oh,
just
by the
ground to
way-
ground.
The that PS4 heatsink came in.
Oh, good.
With 2 free
Here, let me-
VRM bonus pads.
Oh. I actually didn't know it was coming with those.
Would've been
Yeah,
nice.
let me DM you this.
Yeah.
Because you can see where this is just going ground to ground. I don't know how, unless this was just a way to see, oh, this is the American unit. So this is a way of Sony
That's-
just knowing.
That is I can't. No, it's like 2 pixels.
Fine, I'll redo it.
Take a good image.
could just use my word scan.
Yeah. Why not just send me what you're doing in the software where it's nice and detailed and good?
Yeah. You see how these just go nowhere?
What happened?
Hang on a sec. PS1 stuff.
Showing them some. You see how these go nowhere? I don't understand.
Thank you.
Really weird. I'd need to see other region
Yeah.
board stuff.
I think it's literally just so Sony knows from the factory which board is which.
If they laid it on a bed of nails, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. These like U is US, J is Japan, E is Europe. I don't know what the second row is, but A, B, and C are different 2502 or 5502s.
Oh. I wonder. Nah.
But it goes nowhere, so I guess that's just a factory thing that I don't need to bother with.
Neat.
I mean, I'm
I'd still put
probably
it
not
on
gonna
there.
populate them.
Yeah, there it is.
They're
I mean,
not
I don't
components.
know.
All right. Well, that's a little.
They're just zeros, so I can just make them jumper pads instead of
I
actually
can do
resistors.
better than this.
Yeah, you could do solder jumpers if you want, even.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do.
There,
Because
there.
basically
I don't know why it's okay. Just call me a perfectionist, but that little stiff peak on the edge, I didn't.
we can't see.
I mean, you can't see.
I mean,
We
can't see.
yeah.
Why can't you
all we
see?
Is the top of your microscope.
That's
You can
why.
see the top of your microscope.
Because I'm an idiot and I didn't look up to see what you could see. Sorry.
Beautiful green.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Let me.
This is a 47K. Right.
I was just looking over the connections to make sure that I got them all good. No bridges.
Bridge VCC to ground and reset the bad way.
No. Stop it. You know, especially on YouTube, these people don't know better. Somebody might actually do it. Don't.
I said it's the bad way.
That, yes, but that's only going to entice them to try to find out why it's bad.
It's bad because don't do it. It hurts the 7805 and probably all the other chips in the
Oh,
board.
that could have
But
been
it
bad.
will reset the console, and I know the mechanism of how.
I measure resistor wrong. That could have been bad.
Where did I put my brush?
Double checking everything.
Somewhere around here is a brush. I need. I cannot seem to find.
This check values RGB.
Nah.
Okay, I
Always right.
might be
Know what they are.
brush. Hold on, I'm gonna be back in a minute.
Well, I thought I checked it last night, but apparently I was tired and didn't realize it.
All right, I'll be back in a sec. By the way, for the YouTube peoples, this is something that I learned from Squeeped. He sent me a shallot. This is what he does when he goes on AFK or when he sees a restroom or something. So this is just an inside joke.
PS3 not working, replace RSX.
He needs to join and say a bad word.
So 14.
He would do that too.
Wait, this
All it
is
would take is for me to tell him to yell a bad word.
14.2. I guess I can mark a 14.2K as a 15K.
No. No, there's a reason it's 14.2.
Well, that's on board.
Oh, what is there? Check the schematic, maybe.
The
That one?
schematic is broken on this area, remember?
Oh, okay. That's the whole RF part. I would definitely be cautious of what that value is.
Well, it's the laser.
'Cause- Exactly. Because think all the read amplifiers are on that part of the board, and that's all analog. So that will be that is tuned. That is a tuned value. That's not something you can just change.
Right.
Well, it wasn't where I was looking for it, so it's got to be around here somewhere. It's a toothbrush I'm looking for, essentially. Well, see, this is what happens. You do a live stream, and then all of a sudden, all your stuff just disappears. Hooray!
Like that Nomad.
It only disappeared for like 3 weeks.
I mean, you're,
I mean, I have this thing. Use that, but it's not as good because the other brush I have has like much finer bristles. It cleans better, but I don't know where it went.
you don't need to clean. You don't need to clean anything. Just put it back together.
Oh, Felix, do you want me to set aside one of the Nomad reproduction boards for you?
Sure.
Okay.
They're all just PCBs, right? I'd have to populate everything.
You'd have to populate everything, and those really are not good for anyone who doesn't know how to solder QFPs because I screwed up the footprints on a few of them, so they suck to do 5660 on.
Okay.
That's why.
Thanks for the warning.
Double check the board.
Like, yeah.
It's not.
Until I can find that toothbrush thing,
I'm glad I checked the board, RGB.
I have to use this piece of doohickey.
It was an 82.
Measure it out of the board.
It says on the resistor.
Oh,
This is not
that'll
ideal.
It's R701. That's correct.
My preheater's warmed up. I'm gonna go put that in.
wait. So, B-Rob, your Wii is just in hell right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
What's wrong with the Wii?
0.
What are you doing? How's the project thing? Or I don't know. You don't want to share that necessarily on YouTube. So. Careful with what you share.
I have.
What can you share of your project if you want?
He has a VIA that's wrong.
But it's for power, so I can just like grind the pad away, and it's fine. But it took me a couple reflow cycles to figure that out, so I think the chips might be dead. I'm gonna pull them off and see if they're just shorted or whatever.
This resistor.
So, in case anybody's wondering, I am just breaking up the flex, and right now all I'm doing is spreading it around on the board. Like it's not going anywhere. Like it's not being destroyed. It's not being created or anything. Right? It's just being moved around on the board. The only way to get that flex off when the IPA, the isopropyl alcohol, evaporates is if you sop it up, or IPA and a rag. So now it's actually getting off the board. You don't do this, you're just spreading it around. I see people doing this all the time. It's one of my pet peeves.
Test.
R747. And R750.
I guess that's kind of. I just wanted to populate that so that it would be full featured AV. I'm a little concerned about this. Which one was it? Region? I think it was the region pin that it gets pulled to high 5 volts and it ended up shorting 5 volts to the ground because of where I put it. So that has to be changed on the 725 version. I think it's that one. I'm not going to use that. Should be okay now. I'm going to wire this one manually because this flex cable didn't work. Prototype. And I have to wait on the next prototype before I can do it. So I'm just going to remove. Actually, I'm not going to remove it. I'm just going to like solder to the pad where it is because they're labeled, which is nice.
I'll be back later, maybe. If you need me, I gotta go take care of some stuff.
Well, if I remember correctly, this console was having some weird issue and I couldn't get it to work. You were going to have to produce it. So it's already gone. Anywho, so I'm just going to have to rewire this by hand again to get this console working to reproduce Bob's problem. So in a live stream yesterday, Bob was doing the Mega AV and he had an issue with SMS that I'd seen similar issues to what he saw before, but I can't remember which test that was or what solved it. So yeah, I need to reproduce his issue to see if we can't figure out why it's happening. If it's the mod, if it's the tink, who knows? I don't think it's the tink. Really? Maybe like that.
Yes.
Just solidify, please. Thank you. You can tell this was the cable I had on here before I replaced it with the flex cable. So I have these pre-cut to length.
That's my 3K. Listen to a 3K. And that's another 3K. Or 713.
Second wire then. See right. Black. ESG for what? What's next? To X right. X right. Right. X left. B left. Left. So this would be left. Yeah. All right. And then 5 volts in ground. And then we need C. Is that being short? That might be short. don't like that. Notice for a short thing. It's sus, doesn't it? It's close. Yeah, that gets it far enough away. It's definitely not short now. Yeah, so this is kind of a sneak preview at the flex cable idea. Eventually, Mega AV is going to have flex cables that will just like lay in next to the VDP. That's the video display processor, which allows you to get these pins much easier. So one thing you have to do with the Mega AV is get the subcarrier, because we're recreating Composite. And so you do have to lift pin 50 and then place this underneath, and then you can just push it back down. Now these are for we've got H and V sync as well as C sync breakout pads, just to make those easier for debugging. Those are optional; you don't have to solder those. That's the only one we need here, and RGB. So yeah, that's going to make soldering the mod in a lot easier, because it'll just line up with the paths that you need. And then it will just fold under, like so, and then plug in. You would have, that would be a much easier installation than most wiring these days. But you can hand wire it too, that works. And the flex cables aren't cheap, so if you want to save some money, just hand wire it. It's cool. It gives you more options. That's what I wanted. Ease of installation if you want to pay a little bit more. You want to save some money, you can just wire it. It's not going to be that big of a difference. The only thing is, like I did in the cable, I'm designing like hatch patterns, right? So this is shielded, and then also where the traces are run have like ground planes between them, so that this cable actually is fairly well shielded from the signals that are being tapped into without interfering with anything else. So depending on your routing, like if you just run a single wire and it's not shielded, it could have extra interference. So the ribbon cable will give you a more consistent, experience between each model or console, because you're not relying on how the modder routed their wiring.
Back. Looks like everybody else left us.
Yeah. Just me and you and chat, whoever's left on YouTube. I don't even know.
Is there like 100 people in there or something?
As far as I know, it could have crashed. Let me look up. It says streaming status is poor. Are you guys getting at least a decent picture? Like, what are you guys seeing? Is it like pixelated and trash or what?
I'll open it up and see. I think it looks better than the Discord quality.
Oh, well, that's decent. Well, Discord's what, 720?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
But
Thank you
Discord
guys.
usually
Thanks.
sucks.
How's the sound? Is my voice like crazy? Am I overblown or like? Does it sound all right? Good, Mr. Roboto. Is that just you? Okay, so we've got a tiebreaker. Who's going to be the tiebreaker? All right. It's just you.
Your audio quality does sound different actually on YouTube.
Does it?
Lower audio quality slightly.
I wonder. I don't know. First time trying YouTube live streaming, so this is probably not going to go super great. I think I think I have everything here. It should be good. But man, I always forget something, you know, like some stupid oversight, and then I try it, and then Murphy sack taps me, and it's always my fault, you know. It's some stupid thing that I didn't pay attention to, or you know. So I guess YouTube live streaming is dangerous. You're gonna see how it really works in the Felix lab, right? I ain't no mad genius. I'm just hoping it doesn't blow up when I plug it in.
That's content though if it blows up.
That actually happened the other day, and I wasn't recording. I got this like knockoff Nomad thing from China, and like they had these 18650 batteries in here, and there was like no circuit protection. These were soldered in place, and so there was a short resistor, and I went to replace it, and the resistor like immediately caught fire, and then a part started incandescing, and then it burst into flames, smoke's pouring into the room, and it was not stopping. It was just glowing, and it was spreading through the board. And so I was frantically like nipping these off to break the power, because it was just literally the 18650s draining straight DC into the board. I was like, man, that would have continued until it burned the house down, or the 18650s lost all of their juice. Like, that's dangerous.
Sometimes people like to live dangerously though.
Yeah, so AliExpress, you can find some fun stuff on AliExpress.
Flamethrowers, stuff like that.
It's kind of the Wild West out there with it. That's Composite. Let's get the
Also, I figured out what was going on with this current BGA install in the Wii. Solder wick. There was a strand of solder wick that was shorting out one of the pads. I'm gonna blame Johnny because that's the first time I've ever had like a solder braid short.
just blame Johnny for everything.
Yeah. I mean, he did say that's the stuff he uses, and I was like, okay. And it does not hold together as good as the other stuff that I used to use. It's a lot cheaper, to be fair, though.
What do I have it in the back? There. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything, that means it's not producing. That's it.
Does your Rigol scope not have HDMI out?
No. That's a newer feature. This was the 1034 DS. So there's a, I think there's newer ones that have like more features and stuff. This was a good scope. I like it though. And there's more like videos on YouTube for like how to use stuff. So it's out in that way. But yeah, there's better scopes you can get nowadays with more features for less or the same.
Yeah, like the newer Rigol scopes have some like custom Android software on them. I've heard some people say that they like can crash, which is kind of funny. But there was some guy playing an anime game on one of the newer Rigol scopes, which is funny. I don't know what it was called, but it's one of the. It's like the touch.
I didn't get any composites, so I'm gonna try RGB instead. They're not. Oh, of course there's something up with my wiring. I have no RGB. Derp. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you're not paying attention. I'm sure somebody in chat's like, did you do RGB? No. Maybe why it don't work.
It's a shame that they didn't put sockets on all of these these dip packages. So it looks like a lot of the main chips are dual inline.
Thinking about this, but I really don't want to have to do this. Do I really have to do that? Oh man. Well, fine. Fine. I'll do it.
To the point where you're soldering on QFP. Is there not a trace that you can scrape up to get to those pins?
You have to lift them out because when you lift it off the board, you are not sending those RGB signals down the traces that can be close to other signals where it can pick up interference. So by lifting it, you're actually taking it out of that context and you're getting it directly off the VDP and putting it directly into our coder. So that gives you the best possible signal quality that you can get from the beginning. And as long as you route them with, like here, I've got, you can see it comes out, and then there's a ground trace between each one, a guard trace. And that helps, and on the backside there's crosshatching. So that helps to reduce any interference between R and G, G and B. And then there's a big old fat trace here between subcarrier and sync lines that come through so that they can't crosstalk with blue. And this is the problem. So blue was, I think it was blue, was cozied right up next to subcarrier, and there was crosstalk, and that's what's causing your Jill bars.
So where is the connected ground layers at? Because I kind of looks like those ground layers are almost floating looking from the. Are they like all connected on like one end of the flex cable or something?
I mean, where does it go on the other end?
Layers? Yeah.
I'm not. You know, are you're not talking about what I'm looking at here at this for this?
Well, the ground layers between those 3 data lines.
These. They're not connected here. They're connected on the other end at the connector.
Oh, in the far end of the connector.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 'Cause I was
And then
wondering how
there's
those were
there's
like
vias and
connected,
stuff around that connect the whole ground plane. I should put a via here if I could fit one in, but it's not. Like I said, this is a prototype flex. It didn't really work out so great. I'm gonna redesign it so it works a little bit better. Prototypes.
It looks like you could make it thicker too, or like wider
What do you mean?
to spread them out more, so you can keep more distance between the traces, like the B.
Yeah, maybe. So there's a red one.
And it almost looks like they were using some lead-free stuff on this console.
No. Sega era is all leaded.
And the solder joints look pretty rough on this chip, like on the original ones.
I literally just dropped one of my Einar wire spools that just like ran across the floor, leaving wire everywhere. That'd be fun.
It drops and rolls like it was meant to roll.
This is really annoying. You guys notice this? I get this blue wire, right? And when I strip it back, it is just like oxidized to begin with. And you have to tin it every time before it will accept solder. It's really annoying. It would be as annoying if I had 3 hands. I'll just switch to Einar wire. It's better anyway. Magnet wire. So, really?
This is I know this very well. This is painful.
Come on.
See, Felix, this is why you should just make a new board to put all of these chips on, and then you don't have to worry about soldering to the pins.
What?
You gotta solder all the chips to a new board.
What? How does that make any sense?
Yeah. It's way less work.
It's way less work to completely remanufacture the entire board.
Yep. That's honestly why I made the Wii board, because I was like, man, I don't want to do some of this stuff.
This is what just stay, please. Thank you. Is it tedious? Is it frustrating? Yeah, it can be. Or it can also be relaxing. Sometimes this is just, you're sitting through a microscope, staring at a very tiny thing, controlling your breath, trying to get it on there. It can be tedious and frustrating, or it can be relaxing. It's all in your mind. How you frame it.
It's a little nervous soldering on these, because I've definitely seen people like yank these pins off of these chips or bend them in a really bad way.
Yeah, it can be nerve-wracking. Now, if I were to break these pins, I'm not that worried about it, because I have this grinding pen that allows me to grind down into the enamel to get down to them. It would suck. I'm not saying I want to do it, but I could do it. So I have a little bit of extra, like confidence that if I screw this up, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
All right, there's your RGB. For now. I need sync as well, but I can figure that out since I've already built it. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to do that one. I want to test that spot. See if I actually got something right.
Yeah, Felix, do you have any GameCube games? Because I've never actually seen one. They're really small.
Never seen an actual GameCube game?
Nah.
Okay. Yes, I do.
Do you so you have? I'm guessing you have a GameCube then, if you have them there.
Yeah, my favorite game's sitting right here. I'll pull it out in half a second. Favorite game of all time. Okay, what do you guys take your bets? What do you think my favorite game of all time is? The GOAT. I'll give you 10 seconds to guess. Put it in chat or whatever, and then I'll reveal. And obviously, it's a GameCube game since B-Rob was talking about GameCube. So there's your hint. GameCube game, not GTA. Pokemon was fine, but I liked the blue. That's what I had, a red and blue, the original. No, was never really into Call of Duty. Zelda, yeah, love Zelda. It's a good guess. Not quite. Mario Golf. Does anybody actually like Mario Golf? I never really particularly liked that game.
But what about Mario Racing? That's untapped potential right there.
All right. Do I have a soundboard for like a reveal? I need a soundboard for reveal. Though. What do we got in soundboard here? Oh, you do like Mario Golf? Okay. No, there are people that like it. I can see why you would like it. As far as golf games go, I think that would probably be one that I might actually play. The only one I really actually got into and enjoyed was Tiger Woods 2007. I don't know why. It was the only Tiger Woods, PGA game that I played that was fun. But I would never like continue the series or anything. You just play one and then that's it. Okay. My favorite game of all time. Metroid Prime. The OG. And there's your game. It's just a little disc. That's what it is. Teeny tiny baby.
How much do you think that's going for on eBay now? That game?
I don't know. GameCube went through like a period where it was really expensive. Is it coming down in price now? I don't know.
I checked the other day for like some of the games I've heard of, and they're pretty expensive for a 25-year-old game. So
No, that particular game, I don't know what it is. It's the pacing, the environments. It was well balanced. A really good game. And every time I've replayed it, I've enjoyed it. And I've replayed it like 10, 15 times. 100%ed it multiple times. I've done a little bit of speedrunning, some sequence breaking, but not like I'm not really good at it. Okay. What's working on? RGB and so I need to reproduce this issue that I haven't reiterated what I'm doing. So I'm working on a Mega AV install. This was the test bench that I had been using for development. So this is all botched and everything. I was working on a flex cable, and so I had installed that, and it wasn't working. And so now I need to reinstall the wires to get the Mega AV working again, so I could reproduce this problem that Bob from RetroRGB had in live stream yesterday with the Master System games. So I want to see if I can reproduce it. If I can't reproduce it, RG Better can't reproduce it, and Vilhi can't reproduce it, then it must be something in Bob's setup. But he's also going to send me that console back, and I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with that particular one. I don't know if it's an iffy component, if it's just going to be a value change that we have to do, but I don't suspect it's going to be an issue that's core or like that would affect anything. It's not going to affect the first batch of Mega AVs because the first batch is going to be a CXA version that's cheaper. Since we can still source those chips, that's what we should use. But Mega AV as a platform was designed around the idea that you could use the 8725, which is still in production. So we solved that problem. So the platform itself has the ability to be covered with chips that can still be sourced. But since we can still get new old stock of these older chips that are more ideal, those versions we're going to make first. And then as they go EOL, move on to the other versions. But yeah. This is the 8725 version that we sent him. He had some issues. So by the time we have to move on to the 8725, we're going to have this sync issue fixed. So yeah, it's not going to affect the first batch, or if you buy one, it's going to be that anymore. But like I said, this is still in beta, right? It's an open beta. You can go online, you can go to the GitHub, you can download them. You can have JLC PCB or PCBWay make them, populate them even, because there's the Gerbers, there's the PCBA files. So you can have them assemble them, solder it, and then what you would receive is essentially a fully finished product, assuming you can get all of the parts. Because some of them, they may not have in stock. That's the hard part. Sourcing the parts. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to reinstall this to check and see if I can reproduce a problem that Bob had on the stream yesterday. And if I can, then hopefully we can figure out what's causing it. Energy beans. Subcarrier. Great. Only everything. That's a Sega Genesis. Yeah, sorry, I should probably have led with that. Where's my Flux? Hello, Flux, where'd you go? I haven't tinned it. If I try to just solder it, I don't think it would even stick. And this is what I don't like about this particular wire. That it doesn't want to stick. It's like you have to abrade the surface before it will actually wick to this particular wire. I don't know why it does that. It's very annoying. You guys have that problem? Really? Guess red wasn't on there as good as that was. Yeah, you can see red just popped off. Believe me, if I were to install this for somebody, it would not be this jank. Okay, don't judge me on my soldering. Just solder, please. Thank you. Wish there was a less shaky camera option or some kind of like microscope, anti-shake. Action cameras have that. Why don't microscopes? Not be short. Here's RGB. And sync. See? That is cold. And it's because there's an oxidation layer on that wire. Whatever they did when they made this, it doesn't stick very well. Even with flux. Sometimes it doesn't want to. Okay. RGB and sync. Now I need sub here, and it should be like right now. I should have RGB. Let me just double check that I have RGB. I have RGB. Woohoo! Colors look wrong there. Hold on. That don't look right. Let me grab a controller. You guys might spy there in my EverDrive a song that may or may not be interested in hearing. But we'll get to that later. What is going on with colors? Oh, goody. So red and blue are swapped. Okay. Let's fix that. And this is also fun to do live. So you're gonna hate me for doing this, but embrace the evil, okay? This is technomancy. I don't recommend you do it, but it's fun to watch. So I'm going to leave this on while I literally move position of our, what is it? Red and blue. I forgot that I had the flip screen on. This provision. Okay. Just gonna move these. Swap these. Okay. Right angle there. Blue. Should be right. Okay. There's a live soldering for you. Okay. RGB looks beautiful, of course. Well, let's see. Actually, that's nasty geobar. Yeah, because I've got the, they're just sort of floating in the air. It's not so good. But, all right, it's there. Cool. Okay. Next, I need subcarrier for Composite. And then that should be the end, hopefully. Produce Bob's issue. What? So that's what I need. Let me catch up on chat. I haven't read you guys in a while. All right, let's see what you guys have been up to. Prime's cheap? Really? I didn't know the Metro Prime was cheap. I thought that it was, I don't know. I bought it when it was new. Acting like enamel wire. Yeah. I think it's just the, this is oxidation coating or something on the outside. You just have to break that, and then it will start wicking to it. It's really annoying. Ah, yeah. PS3 fat RSX token replacement. Say my 90 nanometer and just replace the tokens without swapping the 1940. Save my 90 nanometer. Replace the tokens without swapping. So what is he asking here? Am I just not comprehending? Replace the tokens without swapping the 90. You can replace tokens without swapping a 90. You could do a 40 and the tokens. I'm not sure what you're getting at. Can you maybe clarify that, Ollie? So Anthony, yeah, if you keep the temps down on 90, should it fail? This is a question I don't know the answer to. There is a thermal component to the defect, right? We know that if it gets above the thermoglassification temperature of the underfill, that will decrease its life, the lifespan of the bumps. So yes, having a lower temperature and keeping it below that, there's a clear engineering principle that would say, yes, that should extend the life of your 90. Will it in practice? There's a lot of other variables that are in play. So I would say there is good reason to believe it should. I cannot say it will for sure. I don't have that data. But I suspect it would. And I know that a lot of people have said that they've kept their consoles well maintained and cool, and they've never had problems. So that could be corroborating evidence, or it could just be coincidental, you know, those people being the vocal minority speaking up in defense of their console, right? So we can't be sure that is a correlation, a causal correlation. Right? So yeah, I would say that if you can keep it as cool as possible, that's a good idea. I mean, within reason. Water cooling, you going through a whole bunch of like extra steps that add danger and things that can go wrong. If what I mean is like stock console, good paste, dust it out every now and then. Don't put it on a fireplace mantle. Those types of things. And yeah, your 90 should last a good long time. I have a 90 nanometer PS3 sitting here right now. I bought it in 2012 and it's been fine. So this is not like the yellow light of death on the PlayStation 3 is not as prevalent as the Xbox 360's red ring of death. This is why Sony didn't have to do a recall, right? Maybe it only affected, say, 40%, whereas with like the 360 was like 95% of those launch models. So they couldn't get out of it. It was clearly defective. So yeah, if your 90 is working and you're happy with it, I would not like sequester it away in a closet, right? Just play your console. If it dies, it dies. You know? But it's gonna die eventually anyway, even just sitting in your closet, right? Your capacitors can wear out. So yeah, keep it as cool as possible and enjoy it while it lasts. Let's see, who else? Lead solder. I think I'm caught up. Okay, Crawley, here we go. Yeah. Just on that. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, replace the tokens. Try it. If it doesn't work, well then it's probably your 90, right? But hey, if it works, cool. But I wouldn't like replace the tokens, assume it's fixed, and then sell the console, right? You're going to want to stress test that and use that as a personal console for a while, just to make sure that 90 isn't just going to, fail in the next couple of weeks or something. But yeah, should be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think there's anything particularly bad about the 90 other than it was defective. In my opinion, it is defective materials. The thermal profile was inappropriate for it. It should have been kept below 68 degrees Celsius, or right around that temperature. Below 70 for sure, but with a safe margin underneath it. And this is what pisses me off, because Sony could have pushed a firmware update at any time. They could still do it now. They could easily have a firmware update that changes the syscon fan tables. I can do it right now on my with syscon UART, right? So there's no excuses. They just don't want to do it because they don't want to admit there's any fault, because that could open them up for liability. That kind of stuff is what annoys me. All right, back to it. Subcarrier. Okay. And I'll put in this so that I don't have to struggle with that oxidation thing. The three-handed technique. Here's your subcarrier. Not the easiest pin to solder to. It's true, but it is the next evolution of this mod. And it really needed to be done, because honestly, this is the thing. Like, I like Composite. It gets much maligned nowadays, but Composite has a look, and on a CRT, it has a place, like a legitimate place. And so I did not like losing composite, and I did not like settling for bad composite, which, depending on the model of Genesis you have, it's very hit or miss. Some of them are good. Very few of them are, but some of them are good. So I don't have any music or anything. I have not done any integrations or streaming. Like I don't have any. What do you call it? Like those donation pages, or ability to have people like the chat be on the YouTube. Like I don't know how to do any of that stuff yet. All kinds of live streaming tricks and things I haven't learned yet. Ouch. Burn myself. Of course, if you're not burning yourself, you're not soldering, right? Okay. Should look terrible, but it should work. Let's find out. Pause the time. You want? Let's see. It's too small. Too small. Me. Woohoo! You have composite. Ah, yes. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Oh man, I don't know why I was stressed. All right, we're back. We're back. This isn't going to look very great because of the way I've got this routed. But yeah, there's like lots in the way on the board. Like you can see, there's just wires hanging out everywhere. So this is not going to look like it should, but yeah. So I'll just sort of show you the idea behind what composite is supposed to look like versus not look like. And I like to use Sonic 2 for this because it's good. The waterfall is a really good way of showing Luma artifacts. Hey, that sound too. That's good. It's a bit loud, huh? I'm going to turn this down about 15 decibels. You guys tell me if the sound is too low or too high. Okay? I'm about negative 10 decibels on the output. Can you hear the output, or how are the audio levels? Okay, good. All right, so Aquatic Ruin level 1 has this perfect waterfall right here at the beginning that is great for this. So you see these artifacts, these banding colors. That's Luma. There's chroma information that's bleeding into Luma, and because Composite is combining Luma and chroma, it has to be separated out, and so there's this notch filter, this RLC notch filter, and you can choose the center frequency, and you want that center frequency to be right at the NTSC subcarrier frequency, or what is it? I forget, 3.58 or something. And if you do, you can get this to go away, pretty much. Right now it's bad because of the routing. But yeah, so this is, I would say, fairly common, the way it looks right now, for like a decent to bad implementation. But the sharpness that you're seeing here, that's actually the Mega AV, because most of the time it's much softer, and that's also due to the Luma trap that we've used. So yeah, that's a feature of the Mega AV that it standardizes all of the Genesis models it's compatible with will have the same quality of good composite. And then if you have like a CRT like I do, it just looks better. The blending works, right? Transparencies work better. Dither patterns blend, not entirely, right? You'll still be able to see some cross-hatching, especially now, because the composite is a little sharp. Some people might even say it's a bit too sharp, and I would like your guys' opinion on that. For me, I think that this is a good balance between sharpness and edge crunch. Because if you go too far, you start getting like edge artifacts and things. So, yeah. All right, let's go back. And let's open an SMS game. What do we want to play? He did, he tried. But it shouldn't matter. Let's just do Alex Kidd and Wonder World or whatever. One of these computers. So far, so good. So I'm not getting the SMS issue that Bob was having. Huh. Okay, let's try resetting that, and let's try a different SMS game. Alien Syndrome. You guys have any SMS games you want me to... Like, what's good? I never really had a Master System when I was a kid or anything. Like, that was before my time. What's good on Master System? I never really played any of these games. It looks cool, though. Like, this is... Like, if I had this instead of an NES as a kid, I would probably be fine. But, like, I had the NES. I'm not getting this issue he was having. So yeah, maybe it's an issue with that particular model or that particular Mega AV install. I should... I will investigate that when it comes back. Let me ping RG better. He was wanted to be here for this. All right, pinged. We'll see if he joins. So yeah, what games? Shining Force. Let's try Shining. And there's a regular old Sonic the Hedgehog. How about that? Yeah, it seems to be fine. I can't reproduce his issue. At least on my AD725 Mega AV, the development board that we were using. So I'm not sure if this. So yeah, it's got to be something to do with that particular one, or maybe I got a bum component from JLC. That could happen. That particular board was the issue. I never played this before. This is cool, actually. Hey, this is fun. Like, yeah, it would be, Oh, this is awesome, actually. Uh-oh. No, reballing is not BS. There are certain circumstances where reballing actually is repair. It's just, he's right. 99% of the time, it's not. Spike's bad! Get out of there! Is that a stutter? This is fun. Cool. Well, no problem there. Let's try that Shining Force game. See if we can... like, do all Master System games run in 240p? Is there any that run outside that mode?
No, they're all on H32.
Okay. So if one is working, they should all work, right?
For the most part, for our cases, yes.
Okay, then I think I'm satisfied that this isn't the mod's fault. There's something up with Bob's 2.3 or my install of it. So when it comes back, we'll figure it out.
System.
What's that? Say again?
Test on a Toshiba ASIC system.
Let's see. I got a 1.8. Got a 1. I have another 2.3. This one has a 5685.
That. It doesn't really matter, just Toshiba ASIC.
So, yeah, Bob, answer to your question is, I couldn't reproduce it, and RG couldn't reproduce it. I don't know if Ed has... Does Ed have the 8725 version, or does he only have the alphas? He get betas? He got betas, didn't he? So if he couldn't reproduce it, then it must not be... It must just be him. I don't know. He has bad luck, man. He's got Murphy syndrome. I got it too, in a bad way. Haunted by Murphy's Law. Are you? You know what's funny, Anthony? Is like I thought I was the only one that made that connection when I listened to that song, right? I am the Eggman. I am the Walrus. Every time I hear that song now, I'm thinking Sonic. All right. Where did I put that? This is a different 2.3. And I don't think I had installed Omega AV in this one. No. So this one's clean. It would have to be a full install, which I'm not really prepared to do right now. Maybe another live stream, or maybe I'll just do like a video out of this one. Do like a full install, like a Mega AV install. That would probably be good. But actually, in this case, what I did was fix the Luma trap, because this particular one had a 1645. I'll show you this. It's kind of interesting. This one. So this is the problem, and why you have such inconsistency in Genesis composite quality. It's this encoder here. They sometimes come with SKAs. They can have a 1645. They can have 1145. If it has an 1145, it supports S-Video, and you can do a Luma trap. And if you get the Luma trap dialed in right, it's fine. But Sega botched it. They literally have the components on the board to do it right. They just didn't. And it's math. That's all it is. It's just engineering and math. And that's why I don't understand why they didn't get that right. And maybe somebody who's watching or is an engineer or something can... So I don't want to assume that these old-timers didn't know what they're doing. Like, they knew what they were doing. These guys were smart. They were professionals and part of an engineering team, right? So why would they make a Luma trap that is so inappropriate? Like, its center frequency was like 6 megahertz. Not 3.58 or something, right? Why is it double? And so far outside it would rainbow forever. Is it like I don't understand why they would do that unless they were just being completely inept. Sega moment. But yeah, so all I had to do to fix this was just add an inductor and change a capacitor value. And that's all you would need to do to fix this particular... If you had a 1645 on this particular model, that's all you'd have to do. But the thing is, every model has a slightly different routing. And so you would have to make instructions for how to fix this for every single model. Whereas with the Mega AV, you can just install it for each model, and then you don't have to worry about all of the other changes that you would have to make. It would just give you a single thing that does what it does, instead of having to figure out all the specific quirks of your particular model revision. Right, this 2.3. You'd have to look that up, and then, oh well, how do I do the subcarrier? Does it need it because it has gel bars or whatever? The Mega AV just solves that off for you, makes it easier. As far as I'm concerned, that's a convenience I would like, instead of having to figure out the hardware. But if you want, that's actually cheaper. Like, this is 2 tiny components, and you have great. Like, this is great. Like, here, I'll plug this in and I'll show you. The composite is really good now. I had a before and after. I don't know if I have that handy though. Here's the curl. Uh-oh. That don't appear to be working anymore. What the heck? Come on. Murphy! No! What? This was working! It was working literally the last time I put it away. How does it just stop working now? That's not cool. Alright, hold on. Let me try RGB. Maybe Composite didn't like that. And change this over to RGB. Yeah, weird. It's like all of a sudden, it doesn't want to work anymore. What in the world is going on? Where is it? Yeah, so I don't know. This was literally working and perfectly good when I stored this like a month ago. You remember the 2.3 I did the inboard CXA 1645 Lumitrap fix on? I just went to plug it in to show them the difference, and it's not working now. I don't understand. It's just black screened.
Clean the cartridge and clean it again.
I mean, yes, but it's still like what?
Use the Sega CD first
To see if it's
if it's alive. Yeah.
Find one. I don't want to use the Model 1 because it's going to tear up the Model 2's rubbers. Where's the Model 2? CD. Buried. Dusty. Ah! Yanking on cords. Whole thing went flying off the table. Fun. All right, so if the Sega CD BIOS loads, that means that it should be working.
Yeah, if the console tries to do something other, like trying to read CDs and such, that means the console is working and the issue is in the video section. Or cartridge left. Yeah, cartridge.
Okay. That's annoying. Because I cleaned that thing a million times the last time I did
Time to
this.
reload-
You know what's
reload the
funny
first
is
slot, boy.
that's like the there's this running joke that we have in Discord with Squeeped is that like PS3 broken, RSX. It's just like that qualitative, rule just it works like 90% of the time. Even though it's not diagnostic in any way. So like this, Genesis not working, cartridge port. Clean cartridge port.
Because the cartridge port is exposed to grime and oxidation, whereas the expansion port at least has that protector.
Yeah,
cover.
it has a protector, and also some of them have that carbon, which abrades and gives you a nice clean surface every time you plug it in until it runs out.
Not to mention expansion.
In case you're
port
wondering,
was
this
so
is just a 3D printed piece of plastic with gaffer tape wrapped around it. So it's about it's like 1 mil. Actually, let's see exactly how thick this is. I have yeah, here. I think it's about as thick as a credit card. You can do this with a credit card too. You can just put some gaffer tape around a credit card and then use that. Yeah, 1 millimeter. Yeah, I think a credit card's 1 millimeter too, or about that. Okay. Yeah, that's all it was. All right, we'll do this again then. Thanks, Ed, for reminding me about the cartridge port. I always forget the low-tech stuff. I immediately go to the hardest thing. Reball it. No. Just hold your horses there, buddy. Clean the cartridge port. Clean the cartridge port. All right. Let's get the menu off the screen.
very clean composite.
And so you guys remember what the other one looked like, right? With the rainbow patterns. This should look much better. And this is basically a stock console with an inboard Mega video. Just a couple of components, really.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 1967 or 65? Now I'm getting confused. 65, right?
1965 09
5, yeah. I don't know why. Whatever. Yeah. So this is about as good as you can expect it to get, without having the perfect Lumatrap. You can get it. You can get it better than this, but it's very, very finicky. That center frequency is like, what is it, Ed? It's like plus or minus 5 hertz or something. It's crazy.
The clock has to be plus minus 10 hertz.
I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. It's rather loud in my ear. But yeah, it was. You can have two. So like, so you have an inductor, like an 82 microhenry inductor, and what did we calculate for 82? Was it 16? 24? Or was it 22? Do you remember?
82
Microfarad.
microhenry, 16 picofarad.
I always forget what the center frequency calculator. It's like 1 over the square root of 2 pi r or something. LC? 2 pi LC? Something like that. But yeah, it gives you the center frequency, and you can figure out what your capacitance value is supposed to be and your inductance value. And if you select 2 parts that are exactly the same, just their margin, like the 1% difference or the 5% difference, can make it look like this, or it can be almost perfect, and you can't see any rainbowing. And that's how finicky and touchy that Lumitrap is. And then you have Sega, who they chose the center frequency was wholly inappropriate, and I don't even understand it. I just don't understand it.
And that's
And then-
something I mentioned yesterday with Bob, that Sega, when they used the later 1645 encoder, they screwed that up by using a completely wrong Lumitrap.
Mm-hmm. What was the center frequency we calculated for the 10 microhenry that they did? It would have ended up being like 6 megahertz or something. Crazy. Is it just me, or can you see a little bit of rolling static here? I think this is VDP noise, maybe? Let me make this larger so I can see. A little bit of analog noise, maybe. Yeah. It's actually pretty clean, I would say. For as far as composite goes, this looks pretty good. Yeah, so you don't need Mega AV to get good composite. You can do an inboard to get good composite, and you could have what Zaxor's V2 Plus that allows the composite restore. And if you did the composite restore, and you had this console with the 1645, all you'd have to do is change a couple of components, and you would end up with really good composite.
But that's only applicable if you have a good board layout. You have stuff like the VA2 and the VA4 Model 2s or any Model 1s. Yeah, there's no way around it.
Yeah, in the dark screens there, you can see a lot of noise in the black. I think that's VDP noise, right? Isn't that what we figured out? You stacked some 10 microfarad caps on some of the MLCCs around the decoupling capacitors around the VDP, or ASIC in this case. And that helps get rid of some of that noise. Or was that the vertical lines we were seeing? In fact, I think I might be seeing some here. Go into the 240 Bob's favorite game.
It can be both. It can be either
Let's
some of
do
that analog
this.
noise and some of VRAM noise.
Yeah, you can see in the red, there's a little bit of vertical, I think this is VRAM noise, and there's a lot of analog RF, like interference. It's just like kind of static, especially in the top of the screen. It's kind of hard to see, and I'll bet YouTube compression is killing it. I'm seeing it mostly in red. I don't see it in anything else, actually. Green is, well, yeah, it's there in green. It's harder to see in green, actually. I can't tell in blue. So that is kind of, this is typical of composite. You get that sort of edge bleed between transitions. But that's about as good as you can expect it to get with an inboard, as far as I'm concerned, without doing like a CXA 2075 and doing their LC, because that looks really good. But yeah. And if you wanted, you could add S video to this too, with the 1645. That looks a little funky to me. Yeah, this is not as good a composite as it could be. Mega AV looks much better than this, in my opinion. Let's go back to that. Look like even the bodgy version I've got.
Do you have a 0.5 on hand?
A what?
A Mega AV 0.5?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna switch back to.
Mm-hmm.
Now. Where did I set that? But it's got lots of wires and stuff dangling precariously currently. Okay, so there's the Mega AV. Current beta release, not the CE version yet. That's coming up later. That will be the first release version. But you can tell already that this is quite a bit cleaner. Structure so I can see it. Previously, why is it not letting me? All right, whatever. I mean, look at how much cleaner the text is, and Artemio. Like it's just a night and day difference in composite, and that's just like the inboard composite was about as good as you can get that you just saw. It can get slightly better if you want to like replace the 1645 with a CXA 2075, but yeah, that's impressive.
Does this still have 68 plus whatever? Not the newer 82?
I forget which one I did on this. Don't know. I have to go back and check my notes. Sorry. It's going to be either 82 or 100. It's definitely not 68 because that would be a lot softer. In fact, I'm going to show you guys that because that was fun. I've got this other board here. Right. So let's this out. And on this board, what I've done is got this thing that allows me to switch between the different Luma traps. And you can see the effect of, say, a 68 microhenry, 82, and 100. And I've got dip switches, so I can just like switch between them on the fly. It makes it easier to see how it works. Oh, and I've overclocked this one. That would be fun, because I think, didn't Bob do Outrun? Yeah, was it not Outrun? What's that motorcycle game that like really kind of lags? Road Rash. There was another one too, right? There's one where you can punch, and there's another one where you can't.
No, you can punch on all of them.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that other game you were talking about. I forget what it's called.
Super Hang-On.
That's it, Super Hang-On. But you can punch in that too?
No.
No, okay. Never really played that game, so I don't know. Alright, I gotta get the Model 1's composite cable out of this. Because I don't have a Mega AV installed in this one. This is a inboard CXA 2075 on Model 1 that we did. And this has the Luma trap, the 3 different types of Luma traps. So this is what the CXA 2075 looks like with an external Luma trap. You can actually just wire a resistor there, and it will use its internal Luma trap, which is pretty good. We found it's actually even better if you do it an external LC filter. I'm going to leave audio off on this one. Where is it? Of course, that broke off, so it's not going to work. I'm not seeing the... Oh, it's situational blindness. And where I could go anything else, I have to fix this. Wow, why are you not sticking? Jeez. Okay. This is just a, what is it? 10 megahertz crystal? I think I did, or 9? No, it was 10. We tried 11 and it wouldn't go anymore. Some of them will go up to 12, but it's plenty good. And it's more than enough for pretty much any situation in which you would need an overclock on a Genesis. I will can show you one of the benefits of the overclock later. So let me get the dip switches in view. Okay, let's turn it on. And which one do I want? That. All right, so currently what we have selected is the 100 microhenry LC filter. This would be the 82, and this is the 68. So each LC here, that's an inductor and that's a capacitor, forms a luma trap at this center frequency that's perfect for each one. So this just allows you to see the difference between what what the inductor is doing here, and you'll see that it affects the sharpness. Now I like to use Sonic 2 for this test because I've got a spot that shows everything all in one. Well, not the overclock, but the luma trap. Hey. Yeah, you're not the first person to say that, Anthony. Ace thought that red might be a little overexpressed in the 8075. I can't tell, and that would be good to ask people if the mixing is a little bit different. Each encoder can have slightly different mixing. It might be a little overexpressed in red. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Let me know. If you're really sensitive to colors, or you can see stuff like that, like to be, if you can tell the difference, let me know. I'm also red-green colorblind, so I can't tell. This is what an amazing luma trap looks like. Okay, this is the very best you're ever going to see. This looks as good or just about as good as the 32X. Now, yeah, if you have a 32X and you plug that in, you get really good composite, but you lose some other things. Ed, do you remember what? I forget, there was some stuff we lose. Like, is it like mono or something, or stereo? I don't remember.
About what?
When you plug in the 32X, you lose some stuff, right? Like audio-wise?
Not really audio-wise. You use some of the more advanced stuff Virgins can do. For example, you cannot access the in-game menus from the EverDrive. You cannot play big ROMs.
So the waterfall looks good, but if you look here, the pillar, right in the center of that pillar, it's supposed to be white. And so you can actually still see there is some cross-color bleed, especially as you move. You can see the rainbowing. So it's still there. It's just much cleaner than it was before. This is composite. This is not S-video. All right, so that's at 100 microhenries. Let's show you what it does with 68. All right, so that's 68 microhenry. It's softer. Look down in the bottom left-hand corner. You see the Sonic's head in that little box on the extra lives? Just keep an eye on it. I'm going to turn off all of the luma trap so you can see what it looks like without one. That's without a luma trap at all. This is what we need this trap for. Okay, so this is 68. Keep an eye on that extra guy in the bottom left-hand corner. And that's 82. It's sharper, right? And then that's 100 microhenry. To my eye, 100's where it's at. What do you guys think? Ed and I agree that 100's probably the best when we did this test. So I'll do it again. That's 100. There's 68. 82. 100. Now this is kind of interesting. You can stack them. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but you can. And yeah, if you didn't have a Luma Trap it out at all, you can run through the game with all kinds of rainbowing unicorn puke. Oh yeah, this looks amazing. Let's just play like this. And believe it or not, there are a few consoles that are almost this bad. Almost this bad. You can't tell me this isn't distracting. That's just terrible. Like, you're going to see this on your CRT too. Like that is going to be there and be very distracting. Or maybe I'm just sensitive to it. Most people if they don't see that. But like, yeah, with the right Luma Trap, you can go through and you wouldn't even know anything's wrong, right? They did that on purpose. Well placed, Sega. Well placed. Sometimes when you go off a cliff or whatever, it scrubs all the speed. Just takes it all with it. Okay, so yeah, Anthony likes 100, but I want to know what the consensus is. Because I like 100, Billy Heat likes 100. What do people want? This is a value change that can be changed at any time too, so it's not. It's just two values, but they are kind of small resistors for like 0402. What did we go with? 0805 for the inductor, and 0402 for the capacitor.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not the easiest thing to change, but it's only two parts. You could if you needed to, or you didn't like it.
I'm still a fan of 82.
82 does look good. It really depends on your. So that's the thing. Who was it? Was it Rob was saying he's sensitive to edge crunch? I don't really see it. So
on
I'm not really
the-
sure.
EV,
It's not-
you'll notice it more or less.
Quantum encoder.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's also kind of how much you hate the KA2195.
I don't hate the A20, the 95. That one's actually pretty. In my experience, the 1645 Luma traps have been worse.
Well, the Sega imitation of 1645, yeah, was pretty bad. Saturn, they did a better job.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the reason that I'm not doing audio right now is because it's Model 1 that's been unmodified. So it's, well, actually, I could plug in the. Hold on. No, I can. I just have to go to the Motu. Find my
Take the headphone out. into the
headphone
mode.
out. Yeah. Where is it?
Do a loop-de-loop. Suffer. Run it through a
Yeah,
32X.
I can't find my headphone. That's
More pain, more suffering.
let's see. What was the code again? I forget. You like hold right or something?
Is this Sonic and Knuckles or Sonic 3?
Oh, it's Sonic 3,
So
not
what you do
Sonic.
is you take Sonic 2.
No,
and, you
I'm not
do
doing that.
Something very bad.
No, I'm not doing it. Let's see if I can get any better at
How do we
this. I
explain
suck
to
at this
Felix
special stage.
the way to get into the Sonic 3 special stage? Be the easy way.
Put in the Sonic 2 level select code, and then just yank the cartridge and reset.
That does not sound kosher. Like that can't be safe for the hardware, right?
I did it. It works.
Just because you did it and it works doesn't mean it's like something good that people should do.
I never said it was good or it should be done, but you can do it.
No, but I asked you, and you you offered it as a as a way to get there.
It is a way to get there.
So you just want me to ruin my console?
It's not going to ruin your console. I've done it.
I don't know what does it do anyway. It doesn't sound like it'd be very smart to yank a cartridge out while it's on.
It'll work. I've done far worse.
Sonic 3 is a great game. Like I'm partial to Sonic 2 because that's the one I grew up with. That's the one my mom bought me when I was a kid. But like Sonic 3 is just it's a really good game. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Anthony. You'd probably need to see the Mega AV in person before you would know whether or not YouTube compression or something else is getting in the way. But yeah, he was saying that he thought that maybe there was a bit extra red, and Ace had mentioned that too. That he thought that the 8725 was a bit red heavy. Remember that?
Oh, right. I can't tell personally, but I'm not Ace. And I also don't test on digital displays. I test on CRTs, so.
Yeah, you need to get a Tink or something because it was CRT does not care about sync. Like, and the issues we were having was with sync, right? So you couldn't reproduce anything, any of the problems we were having. So you were useless with no.
The problems when sync is an issue and the CRT doesn't complain, it's a skill issue.
Skill issue. Everything's a skill issue. Wait, I have that soundboard, don't I?
Skill issue.
Except I'm not Sean, so it's not as funny when I say it. On that note, I'm gonna see how Squeep's laser does in NASCAR's console.
Which one?
So
Model
Saturn
3
stuff.
or?
No, remember he sent Squeep sent me that one like horrendous Saturn.
Oh yeah.
Recently.
Ah, crap. Bit too early.
Cause
Well,
I'm not gonna say no.
Anthony, this is a an unmodified. Well, it has a CXA 2075, which is one of the. It's the next evolution of the encoders that Sony was using or Sega was using. Did they ever use a CXA 2075 in a Genesis? I don't think they did.
No. Wasn't it they didn't like the power draw? Isn't that the story?
I don't know. Seems fine to me. What is their problem with the power draw?
It was in that write-up about the 2075.
I don't know. I don't remember that one. Why am I not?
Ed would know a bit more. I can confirm Dead Optimus 6 in the Squeak console. So that's good.
No. That way. Secret. I didn't know that was there. I don't like Sonic 3 special stages so much. I'm apparently the only person that likes Sonic 2 special stages. I don't know why. I like the half-pipe. Am I the only person that likes the half-pipe? Anyway, I just wanted to see today if I could reproduce Bob's issue with the SMS, and so far I haven't been able to. So the answer's been, that question has been answered. I also wanted to give a little bit of a sneak preview of the Mega AV beta that Bob was working on. So I wanted to. Well, then, okay, with that terrible death, I think I'm going to call it the end of this live stream. Or pretty. Maybe I'll hang around, answer some questions if anybody has any. But yeah, RG or Billy, do you have any? Oh, he left. Do you have anything you want to add? Closing thoughts? Anything
Now
from the
we
live
just
stream
gotta do
yesterday
some more
that you wanted to?
we gotta do some more thorough testing of the SMS sync fix.
Ah,
Because I'm starting to suss there might be some issue with the constants we chose.
that's what I'm wondering too. So I want to try a couple of different values. And that'll be. It would be good to see what it does to the. Still thinking vsync serration piles?
It's vsync. It's definitely vsync because if you can see Bob's stream, you could see part of the picture,
Mm-hmm.
but not the entire vertical. So that
Yeah.
means you got no vertical deflection, vsync.
What's weird is I had that issue before. I saw that, and I don't remember where. Somewhere in my... I've been recording a lot of video. I just haven't been able to edit it. Somewhere in hundreds of hours of footage, I have a test that shows that and how I fixed it, but I do not recall now. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this live stream. Thanks for joining me. And there's still plenty of work to be done on this, but it's getting really close, I think, to being like a finished product that could be bought. I am working with a manufacturer to try to do a small batch. I'm thinking maybe 100 at the moment. And then when those sell out, refinance, do another batch, maybe larger. I just want to do a few batches myself to recoup some of the costs that I've incurred in the development process. And then after that, if somebody comes along and clones it, I don't care. As long as they're doing a decent job of cloning, I honestly would probably just buy it that way myself. I'm more interested that Mega AV is out there for people to get. And if clones can do it cheaper than I can do it, or they can do it, they can compete with themselves. And as long as it's not a bad product, they're not like skimping out on the parts, then I don't have a problem with people just buying the clones. Go for it. And with that, I will say, have a good Saturday. Bye.